Hey guys, so today I am doing a book unhaul video, and this haul, or unhaul I guess, probably would have been longer if I had done this like 6 months ago before I started making videos again. But I have 8 books to unhaul today, and these books I will be donating to the local used bookstore, and I will tell you what they are and tell you why I'm getting rid of them. Okay, so these first 2 books kind of go together. I'm getting rid of both City of Bones and City of Ashes, and I have had a very long and complicated relationship with the Mortal Instruments series because probably in 2012, I had a friend, one of my friends was very into this series, and I really wanted to be, and a lot of people on BookTube were like hyping it up, and I typically do like this genre and everything. So I bought these first 2 because my friend only had the 3rd one and the 4th one, and I still have the last book of the entire series, City of Heavenly Fire, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to it because it's been on my bookshelf for a long time, and the only reason I'm not unhauling it is because it is my friend's book and it's like a nice hardcover copy of it. But anyway, I'm getting rid of these because I am never going to reread this series. I feel like I had to force myself to read them in the first place, mostly just because of the writing style. I think, not to sound like snooty or something, but just for me the writing style seemed very juvenile, and I don't think it needed to be. You can have a young adult book with young adult characters, but not have juvenile writing. So it was really the writing style that did me in for these. And at one point I was invested enough where I wanted to get the series with the paperback editions and have them all match, and they look nice on my bookshelf, but I'm never gonna read them again. And the series kind of annoys me now, and so every time I look at them, I'm just like, ugh, I still haven't read that last one, and you don't want to look at your bookshelf and think that, so they're going away. Along a similar vein, I am unhauling The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and I have actually never read this. I got this at some used bookstore a couple years ago because I heard mixed things about it. I know a lot of people were very critical of this series, and then the movies came out and they didn't get good reviews either. But this book, I wanted to see what all the talk was about, and I thought people were maybe being overly critical if this wasn't their genre, because I typically love books like this, but I've just never gotten around to reading it, and there's so many now in this series, and I'm just like, I'd rather just reread Hunger Games again, so this is going away. The next book I will be unhauling is The Girl Who Was Supposed to Die by April Henry, and I honestly cannot remember if I've read this or not, which is part of the reason why I'm unhauling it. I feel like I should know, and I should remember if I read it or not. This was a book outlet book that I ordered, I think in 2014. So it was one of those ones, you know, on Book Outlet. It was so cheap, I was like, I might as well get it. But it's been at least 4 years since I've had it, and I'm not gonna read it, and maybe I have read it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Someone might like it. I typically like, you know, mystery horror books, even if they're admittedly not great quality, they're still like a fun, quick read. For some reason, I've just never wanted to read this. The next book I'm unhauling is A Single Shard by Linda Sue Park, and I read this in like 7th grade, and I do still have a lot of books that I had read back then that I really like The Giver, The Outsiders, those kind of things, but I just don't really remember the plot of this, and I don't see myself rereading it again. So I'm gonna unhaul this. Okay, so I'm also unhauling Girl Walks Into a Bar by Rachel Dratch. And I really love Rachel Dratch. And this was another book outlet purchase, which I think was actually in the same order as The Girl Who Was Supposed to Die. So that was kind of a fairly unsuccessful book outlet order. But I love Rachel Dratch. I got this at the same, like a similar time when I was reading books by Ellen DeGeneres. I was reading Tina Fey's, Amy Poehler's. So I picked this up, but I have never read it. And, you know, there's so many times when I'm really motivated to read books on my TBR, and this never ends up like on a pile. It just sits on my bookshelf, so it doesn't need to sit there anymore. The next book I will be unhauling is This Song Will Save Your Life by Layla Sales. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This, I think, was another book outlet purchase, but it was actually successful. I did read this, and I found this to be like a cute contemporary young adult novel, kind of written for a similar audience as like 13 Reasons Why or Fault in Our Stars. It wasn't amazing, but it was enjoyable. I probably gave it like 3 stars on Goodreads, but I will not be reading it again. Young adult contemporary really isn't my genre. I'm very picky with it, and a lot of the ones I read, even if I do like them, there's no chance I will ever reread them, so there's really no point in keeping it. Similarly, the last book I will be unhauling today is The Future of Us by Jay Asher and Carolyn Mackler. And surprisingly, this is not a book outlet purchase as far as I know, but Jay Asher is the author of 13 Reasons Why, and which I probably read that book when I was like 14. It's been a long time since I've read it, but a couple years after that, this came out, and I was like, wow, that's the author from 13 Reasons Why. I really enjoyed that book, and so I picked up this one, and just like the previous book, This Song Will Save Your Life, it was good. I think I like this one more than This Song Will Save Your Life, but it's just a young adult contemporary, and I don't remember the plot, so it was kind of forgettable, but I remember it was a cute, like, romancy thing that had a little bit of sci-fi in there, and I'm just never gonna reread it, so I hope someone else who's in their teens will pick this up. Alright guys, so those are the books that I am unhauling. Let me know if you have read any of these. I'm very interested to know if some of these are your favorites, just because I love like discussing books when people have completely different opinions of them. Let me know if you have any requests for any specific videos, and I will link my Goodreads down below as well. I'm embarrassingly behind on my reading challenge, but I'm gonna try to catch up. I might have to lower it though, which I don't know if that's cheating my past self who set my goal of however many books are on there, or if it's more realistic. Like, should I fail at my challenge I set in January, or should I adapt it so that I succeed in my less challenging challenge, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna go make some enchiladas and decorate for Halloween, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.